Yes. Another wonderful Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, guys.
Happy Tuesday.
Yes, you better believe it. Oh my God, can you believe this month is almost over? We just that much closer to December. Oh my goodness. Yes. Welcome to another episode of Online Success Made Simple with your co-host Takija Wyatt from sunny Florida. And of course, right here, you're on this side, right here
Yeah,
to the left of me, my beautiful co-host, Daria Jackson-Legagneur from the
Hey.
chilly New York.
It's
Yes.
so
Oh
sweet
my
today.
goodness, guys.
Sweet.
Yes. Go girl, you go girl. Welcome guys, welcome. Now guys, if you are tuning in live, make sure you hit hashtag live and let us know where you're tuning in from. And if you're catching us at a later time, hit hashtag replay and also let us know where you're coming in from. We love to see where our viewers are coming from. We love to see all of the different countries tuning in. And we absolutely love doing this every single Tuesday. You have to agree,
Absolutely.
Derek. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. Oh, so much better.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it. So I am on my phone right now. See, it looks a little different. Having a little technical difficulties, waiting on my computer to come back up. But in the meantime, while we're waiting to do that, if you look above right here, you're going to see a thing that says StreamYard.com/Facebook. You want to click on that, and that's going to give StreamYard and Facebook permission to work together so they can show your Facebook profile picture and name whenever you comment. And of course, the comments are going to come up below. So, guys, I don't know if you saw any of the marketing that we did for today's show and know what's going on today. But of course, today we are doing something totally different. As you guys know, we always interview people, right? We always interviewing 6, 7, and 8 figure earners, and we never thought to interview ourselves. So of course
Right.
today, right? So of course today I get the esteemed pleasure of interviewing my colleague, my friend, my sister, my business partner. Right. Today, I get to interview my business partner. I love this. So, this is going to be a real treat for some of you guys because we know some of you guys don't know our whole story, right? We have a little
Right.
snippet, right? We have a little snippet on our group, but that doesn't, really do justice of our story. And we're like, you know what? It would do justice for our interview to be seen as well, to let the group know who we are, where we came from, where we're going, all of those great things. So it looks like my computer's going to be a minute. So we decided to keep it fair. Whenever we interview people, we never tell them what the interview questions are going to be. So Daria has no idea, the questions that I'm going to ask her. So all the questions on my phone, and I'm on my phone. So of course I have at least the first question memorized. And
Oh
while
my
she's
God.
talking, I know you know how it goes. We always make it work. It's gonna work no matter what we do. What's up, Val? How you doing,
Hey,
girl?
Valerie. Thank you for
Yes.
coming.
So I'm interviewing Daria today. You guys are in for a treat. Hope you guys take some notes because she's going to be dropping some nuggets. You guys are definitely going to learn some new things about her today that you probably didn't know in the past, unless you've been here since day one, which was 18 months ago. And you know what I mean? You only caught a little bit here and a little bit there. You would have had to watch every video, right, to catch everything about us. So boom, my computer is almost done updating. So we're gonna go ahead and Derry, you want to say anything before I start interviewing you?
Sure. First of all, I just want to say thank you for coming. So excited to share. I see Janet jumping on. I see Valerie. I see someone else, but I don't know who they are or which platform they're on. So if you're watching us on YouTube, LinkedIn, our Facebook pages, our Facebook group, I just want to say hello and thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yes. Okay. Well, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started with this awesome interview today. And so I decided to make the questions sort of on the lines of what we ask everybody else, right? Because it's only fair to keep it along those lines. She doesn't know what I'm going to be asking her, but of course, it's going to be all related to business and her ride, her ride to success. That's what came to my head, right? When it just popped in my head. But we're gonna talk about her journey to success because everybody has had a journey, right? You didn't just wake up one day. People always think, oh man, just one day I just started seeing her everywhere. No, it wasn't just one day. It wasn't just one day. It's been since the 2000s, right? Since '08, '09, right? It's been a long time, right? Nobody just jump on the scene and become an overnight success. You think that because you haven't seen them around all this time and then you see them so much. So Daria, we all know that you were a teacher, right?
Mhm.
We talk about that all the time that
Right.
you love teaching and you like teaching, but what was the reason that you went into teaching? What drove you to go into teaching?
Wow.
Oh
That
yeah.
that answer is going to be so super simple that it's going to blow you away. I don't have no deep philosophical, response to that. What happened was back in the 90s, I used to hang out with a lot of teachers, my cousin being one. And
Yes.
I envied the fact that in the summertime, hey, Stephanie, in the summertime, I envied the fact that they didn't have to work. I had to work all year round. I had a 12-month gig and I'm hanging out with them during the week, going to clubs. I'm in my 20s and, going to clubs and getting home like 2, 3, 4 in the morning. I'm like, oh my God, am I going to go to work? Am I not? But luckily, I wasn't the type of employee where I took off a lot. So if I did call in, it wasn't, something that was a weekly thing or, so often.
Mm.
So it wasn't a big deal. So I would find myself calling out mostly in the summer, right? And or if you came in like maybe like around 2, I can get up at 7 and get to work, about 6:30, get to work for 8 because I used to work from 8 to 4. And at that time, I was a technical support aide. I worked on the computer. I did data entry. And then I had later on went into the computer department. And what I used to do was troubleshoot problems of other people that were using computers in the office. And
Yeah.
I would handle it remotely from my office. I could literally log on and see what's going on. And if I couldn't fix it, then I would pass it on to one of my teammates. And we were doing Unix at that time. So I've always been involved in computers. Computers always fascinated me. But yeah, so what happened was my cousin was like, you would make a great teacher. What, me? That's the last thing under the sun. But at that time, I did have my degree. And at that time, all you needed was a BA. You didn't need your master's to start. You had to have your master's, but not to start. And she said, just go down to the, Department of Education and just give them your transcript. And I just said, okay, you know, I didn't think anything of it, wasn't looking for anything because I really didn't see myself as a teacher. I couldn't even picture myself standing in front of a classroom, right? So I go down there and they say, oh, yeah, you qualify to be a special ed teacher. So I was like, oh, okay, great. I didn't know what that was.
She was like, all right.
Now I think back, welcome back, Carter, you know. That was a special ed class, but I really didn't know, right? So
Yeah.
I went back to my cousin all excited, like, yay, they're gonna hire me. They tell me I qualify for a special ed teacher. She was like, oh my God, I don't know what to tell you with that. So she just like left me out there, like, oh well, because
Oh
she
my
was a
God.
teacher. She taught, she didn't have a specialty. She's still teaching now. And she just was a regular ed teacher,
Yeah.
with 20 to 30 something kids in a class and just her. So as a special ed teacher, I had a smaller group. I had an assistant, so it's different. And then those children have a bad rep that they are just totally out of control, throwing desk. I'm not saying that doesn't happen, because
Right,
they
right.
do throw desk, they do throw chairs, they will lash out at the teacher, but it all depends on your relationship with them. So I've never been assaulted by a kid. And that's all I taught for 25 years. So I've never been assaulted. It's all in how you treat them. You give them respect. You do have some that just can't control it. They can't help themselves. You recognize that, and when you work with that. And then I had
Oh,
assistants in the room. So it wasn't just me. But yeah, like I said, it wasn't no deep reason. I qualified, and that was it. And I went in there and I tried it out, and I said, wow, I like this. This is
and
pretty cool. You get
y'all
out.
let me know if y'all can't see me.
Oh, I can see you. We start
Okay.
at 8, get out at 2:30. Summer's
You
off.
you was like jackpot.
I remember my first summer off. It was like I could not believe that I was off for the summer, and I had all my stubs for the summer in my hand.
Woo.
My girlfriend and I, we looked at each other like, wow, we're on summer break. What we gonna do?
Whole summer, just nothing to do. Oh my goodness.
We just could not believe it. And that was
Yes.
70s. Yeah. So
Like Val was saying, yeah, that's some good time, especially them Christmas breaks. That's why I always envy.
oh my God, that
Yes.
was like the best. And it seemed like, and in the beginning, since I'm used to being a 12-month employee, it seemed like every time I turned around, we was off. I was like, Dad, we off again? We off again? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And the time went by so fast. Like it's time to go home already. Wow. But then as time went on, then it seemed like it took forever for Christmas break to come and all the different holidays. Because we used to just look at the calendar and look at, okay, when are we off? That's what all the teachers used to do. It looks like Takesha is frozen. So while she's hopefully she'll be back soon. I just want to say hello to Stephanie. I want to say hi to Janet. I can't tell who the Facebook user
I'm
is.
frozen.
Now you're back. I'm not
Oh, I
sure.
guess when I left, it froze me.
Oh, okay. But thank you so much for the compliment on my necklace. Actually, this is my blouse.
Yes.
But thank you. I can't tell who that is. I really appreciate it. And yeah,
Yeah.
those planning those holidays, that's the first thing we get the calendar for the year. It was on.
And it's on.
Okay.
It's on.
We want to know, when was Christmas break, winter break, and spring break, because we have three breaks up here in the north. I know in the south I think it's just two, right? You just have the Christmas and
We
the
have spring break, Christmas break, and summer break.
yeah, that's it. But we
Yeah,
had
that's
winter
it.
break. They gave
Yeah.
us, but then they shortened the Christmas break because it used to be 2 weeks and we only have a week now. But then in February we out for a week, so that was the bomb. Hey Janet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I
Oh,
really
that's
enjoyed those perks of being a teacher, and I'm so glad I listened to her, because that's the last profession I thought I would be in and thrive in.
isn't that something?
Mhm.
Something that somebody suggested to you because they saw that in you. And
Yeah,
you spend enough time with teachers. So I mean, I'm just saying.
we used to hang
They were
out.
like,
Believe me, we weren't doing lesson plans. We were hanging out.
oh my goodness. I know it.
I didn't know.
Chilling. Y'all was straight chilling.
Right.
I remember hanging out with teachers when my sister was a teacher. I hope you
Mhm.
guys don't lose me. I'm gonna say the next question so I can get back to y'all so y'all don't say I'm froze.
Right, because you are frozen, but we can hear you.
Okay, good. So Daria, how did you discover the online space? And more specifically,
Hmm.
how simple it is to make money online?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I have to take it all the way back to about 2010. And yeah, 2010. I My husband was introduced to an opportunity. He shared it with me. He was very excited about it. And at that time, well, still now, I think that's when they started giving everyone what they call replicated websites, which I didn't know
Yeah.
the term back then. So back then it was a big deal if you had a website. Like, what? You got
Hmm.
a website? You must be like a big something, right? So we
Yes.
so we got involved in this opportunity, and it was an opportunity where you come and you shop. So I gave my link to a few of my friends, and I belonged to a huge congregation at the time. And I just gave my links to my friend, and they were shopping on my site and doing different things. And then I said, well, wait a minute. If I have a website and I'm on the web, how do I get people that I don't know look at my website? That's what was going through my mind. So I started typing how to drive website. How do you get people to your website? And the same thing kept coming up. It was just this one company, maybe two at the time, that kept coming up that taught you how to do that. And I joined because it was just so intriguing to me trying to figure out, like, how do you get people to your website? You know, that
Right.
that you don't know. And that was the beginning of my online journey. And then that's when I realized it was just like another world.
Yes.
And it came, and you had to have certain tools in place in order to make this work, because I didn't
Oh
believe
yeah.
the network was real, that
Oh yeah.
the internet was real. You know,
Yes.
I wasn't on MySpace. I didn't really understand
Yes.
what MySpace space was. So I joined YouTube, not YouTube, I joined Facebook. And my account just sat because I didn't know what to do with it. Like, what is this? It didn't make any sense to me. So I had an account that I never used. People were tagging me about all kinds of stuff. I never looked at it until I decided that I was going to come online and try to figure out how I was going to get people to my website. So eventually, that company went under, and I stayed with the company that was teaching me how to make money online. And that's how I learned about sales funnels and
Yes.
autoresponders and blogs. And I didn't realize that bloggers were like people like me and you.
Yes.
I didn't know anything about that stuff. And affiliate marketing and attraction marketing. That's when I learned that whole concept of
Yes.
attraction marketing, because I was that person that didn't want to go and knock on doors and calling people and please, will you
Yes.
come and look at my opportunity? And I still don't want to do that. I like
Yes.
people come to me and say, hey, what is that you're doing? I saw your
Right.
post. I wanted to be attractive where people would come to me. So attraction marketing, I was like, yeah, what is that? I want to do that. So yeah.
So there, yeah, I mean, absolutely, and that's what drives a lot of people to online and virtually wanting to have that online success. Like, yeah, I want people coming to me. I don't want to reach out to people.
Yeah, I don't want to reach out to
That's
nobody.
generally that's what was that?
Yeah, I don't want to reach out to anybody. Still don't.
Mhm. That was genuinely, generally that's the notion, right?
Mhm.
So Daria, when you were struggling, as we all first do, what
Mhm.
kept you from quitting?
Um, I was just determined I was going to make this work, because I was just seeing too many people younger than me killing it in the game. And I was saying to myself, like, okay, if what's the difference between me and them?
Right.
Besides the age, right?
Yes.
It was nothing. It's just that they stuck with it. They read, they learned their craft, they did videos, they
Yeah.
they did emails, they had funnels out there. And in my mind, I had told myself, I can't do no funnel. Like, what is that? Even though the company I was with was teaching us how to do it, I was already telling myself I couldn't do it.
Right.
But what really, really made me, I mean, it was so many times where I said, I'm going to quit this thing, forget this. This is crazy. I'm not making no money, and I just thank God for my husband. He wasn't like, okay, well, you ain't making no money. You need to stop that. He just kept encouraging me because I think he started seeing um something different in me, because when you do this kind of work, you have to become a leader.
Yeah.
You can't sit back in the cut and then expect people to pay you. You got to come out front, you got to lead people. And when you start doing that, people are going to look at you differently. People are
Mhm.
going to begin to trust you, respect you, because you stepped out there and said, hey, I'm going to learn this and that, and then I'm going to start teaching other people. And what happens is that changes your whole mindset, your whole aura, your
Yeah.
poise, your posture. Everything changes, when you make that decision that you're going to come out here and you're going to really help people in your industry. Because every product that we all sell or we all promote, it helps people. So you have to come from that vantage point, when you're doing your marketing, when you're doing your videos, when you're coming out there, when you're doing your content. Your
Absolutely.
goal is to help your target audience once you figure out who that is. So once I started doing that and I knew I had to push myself, it wasn't easy. I don't like public speaking. When we go out and it's an opportunity to speak, my husband is the first one with the mic, you know. And then he's like, well, you got to come over here and say something. And we going back and forth. And I'm like, no, no, no. And then he's like, oh, I'm like, all right. But not my thing.
Yes.
Is not my thing. And the reason why I can sit before you week after week, because I don't think about myself. I think about you. What is it that I want to help you with? What is it that I want to teach you? What is it that I don't want you to go through what I did, what I went through. So let me help you. So when you take it off of yourself and you focus on who it is that you want to help and support, then you forget
Yeah.
that you're out there like speaking. Like, oh my God, I'm out here public speaking.
And that's a fact.
Hmm.
That is a fact. When you don't have your mind on anything but helping others and adding value to other people's lives, you're definitely close the door, Christina. Sorry about that, guys. Christina has to be in every video.
Make her appearance.
Yes, she has to make her appearance every time. Looks like my computer's finally up. But yeah, that's absolutely true. So, um, oh, I hope I didn't pause me. So, what would you say is your favorite part of network marketing and why?
Mhm.
Besides helping people, of course, because we already,
Right.
because of course Daria didn't know any of these questions, as you can see beforehand.
I know, like, uh, my favorite, because there's two things that I like about it. I I love the people. I
Yes,
love the people that you meet in this industry. I mean, genuinely nice, warm, awesome people. And because we all have the same mindset and the same agenda, and that is to win, and we know that we can't do it alone, we need each other. I just love that. I have met some of the most amazing people in this industry. Takesha, be
absolutely,
you know
absolutely.
Yeah, somebody's telling you you're frozen.
Oh
But
yeah, I know. Every time,
I know.
yeah, guys, remember I'm on my phone, and so every time I go to look at the questions I made for Daria, it freezes me.
Oh, you got it. Oh,
So yeah, so StreamYard, I'm not supposed to be closing the window, and so I'm like, I'm trying to look at the questions or whatever. My computer's still acting crazy. I'm like, well, this will be done by the time the computer
I know.
starts.
I would be done and over the computer, be like, okay, I'm ready. But yeah, I met some of the most amazing people in this industry. Some of you have already met that we've interviewed. You know,
Yes,
they're mentors and friends. And then also the other part I like about the industry is the social media part. I love creating content. I don't know. I just get a
yes,
high going in Canva and just, coming up with something.
coming up with something.
I love it when I mean the person that introduced me to Canva, they just created a monster, and then
Created a monster.
yeah,
Yes.
stepped up their game. Oh man, you could get so creative. Sometimes I just go in there and just play around with stuff and see what I can come up with. And I'm like, oh yeah, I like
Mhm.
there's videos you can make now, and
We're gonna make you a commercial.
I know,
Go
and
on, go on, look, go on, so I can put this on. Submit this to Canva.
I know,
she campaigning. She ain't getting a dime, y'all. I'm
right?
just want y'all to
No,
know. She
but
ain't getting a dime from Canva.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
She
So,
does. It
uh,
it's something that we yeah, it's something that we use all the time. Like whenever you see us create banners, whenever you see us create slides for you guys, presentations and stuff, 9 times out of 10, we did that in Canva.
mhm,
'Cause we can get on there and we can work on it at the same time.
and yeah,
She's on her computer, I'm on mine, and we both can be, moving stuff around and be like, oh, how about what you think about putting this right here? Oh, what you think about? Oh, this is, and we love that. All
mhm.
right, looks like this thing finally about to let me in.
All right, all right, all right, all right.
So, so the next question is the reverse of that
Uh,
because in this industry, if you've been around in this industry, I would say longer than 18 months, sometimes for us shorter than that, depending on the types of situations you have encountered
right.
in network marketing. So, of course, the next question is going to have to be, what do you dislike? What is it about the industry? What is it about network marketing, right? That you don't like? What is it about the industry that you don't like?
Hmm. I'm think what comes to mind. What I don't like is the stigma that the industry has. So
Yeah.
so when you're new and this stigma is out there and you're on fire, like ignorance on fire, and you trying to, share it with any and everybody, and the negativity that comes back,
Yes.
I don't like that because this industry creates leaders, strong people.
Wrong people.
I mean, you can't do this work without and be successful without becoming a leader, because you're leading and you're helping people. It's a people industry. We forget about the product. It's a people industry. So you have to have the desire to want to lead. And then
Yes.
and then if you don't know how to lead, you do professional development and you work on your mind. You work on your mindset, you work on your content, you work on your character, you work on all those things, because all that stuff is required for you to succeed in this industry. So that's one thing that I do like about it, because it does help you develop your character. If nothing else,
If nothing else.
you're going
Because
to develop your character in this industry. But
absolutely.
that's the part I really don't like, that it's just such a bad name, and it's just such
Oh
an
yeah.
awesome way, especially for someone that probably didn't go to college, or um They couldn't really find a job to sustain them because none of our jobs really pay us what we're worth anyway. But for someone that feels like, the only thing they can do is earn minimum wage, this is a way out of that. Anyone can do well in this industry. Anyone that decides that they want to put their mind to it, they can do well. This is not just for the wealthy, it's not for the middle class. Even someone that has been incarcerated can do well.
Absolutely.
As a matter of fact, we interviewed someone that was and is doing exceptionally well in this industry. So this industry is for anybody that's willing to work it, do the necessary work. And 90% of it is, I would say, working on you. All the other stuff is minuscule. Learning how to do funnels and drive traffic to leads and what all that other stuff that is required. But if you don't have the mindset that you can do it, then what's the point in me feeding you leads and you don't even feel confident enough to pick up the phone and say hello to them, or send an email and reach out to them, or make friends with them on social media? Because that's what happened to me. It happened to me. We got double Takesha. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Double. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
I had to let that one go.
Yeah. All right. So
I'm like, I'm sorry. Let me see. I can't.
All right. I'm glad.
I'm
Woohoo.
like, nah, I'm not all dark. I'm like, geez, what's wrong?
Looking good. So I don't forgot what it was. But anyway.
Y'all can hear me, right? I'm like, I'm so loud. I got stuff everywhere. So anyway.
Yeah, bring your.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, we couldn't even see your face.
I know. I'm like, there we go. I'm so glad y'all can
Yeah,
hear
so
me.
I don't even know. Did I answer the question?
You did answer the question.
Okay.
You did. The question was, what do you dislike about the industry?
Oh, right. Okay.
And of course, you dislike the stigma, as so many of us do, because it is what runs people away as well.
It does.
So,
it does.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It does.
So, but I thought you were gonna say, having to pick up the phone. I thought you were gonna say something on the line.
Oh,
no,
that definitely that part of it. Yeah, that part of it, picking up the phone, writing a list of like 3 million people, and then calling them up. Hey, I don't like that part. That's the reason why I came online. I did it.
Yep, that was it.
My family was like, "Oh, good luck. You in that pyramid thing.
Oh yeah. And that's why I said network marketing and not online marketing, because you guys know network marketing can be done online and offline.
Right.
It's not strictly just an online thing. And so that's why we do bring people on, for people who don't, want to have to talk to people on the phone. And, sometimes people are comfortable walking up to people, sometimes you're not. So that's why we have experts in all types of fields, because whatever it is that you're comfortable doing, we want you to have an expert telling you what, how to do it and what to do it the most comfortable way for you. And at the same time, helping you to get out of your comfort zone, right? Because you're always going to start where you're most comfortable.
Exactly.
Right? Because you're always going to start there. And you need somebody to show you how to do that. Okay, I'm good at doing what I'm comfortable doing. Right. Now I know I need to grow. It's going to be a little uncomfortable.
Very.
You go into it knowing that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm too through with this hat today, y'all. As y'all can see.
This reminds
I'm trying to get the light on my face. I'm like, I gotta hold my head up to get some good light, but we're gonna keep it moving. So I only have 2 more questions.
But before you go on to the 2 questions, I do have a quick story. Yes. I remember when I first started with network marketing. Like I said, I went to a church that had a large congregation. It had to be like 2,000 to 3,000 people, right? So, and I had been going there since I was 18, still go there now. And I was like, oh man. So I'm looking at everybody like seeing dollar signs, right? Because that's what we do when we first get started with ignorance on fire. And I'm gonna just talk to anybody and everybody because they gonna love my opportunity. How could they not? And then it got to the point like every if someone say, "Hey, how are you?" I'm doing fine, girl. I just joined this. Da 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 da. I want to give you the information. Right? I threw up on everybody talking about my opportunity. All I had to do was say hi. It got to the point where people would see me and go the other way. They would act like they didn't see me. I started to, oh my God. I
Oh
really
my God.
take a step back and really like look at myself. What am I looking like to other people? And that's what made me stop. And I said, you know what? I'm not gonna say nothing about the business to these people because they already made up their mind. They're not interested. And here I come. Every opportunity I'm speaking to somebody. And then of course you don't learn how to do it correctly because there is a right and a wrong way. I clearly was doing it the wrong way. Clearly, right? But a lot of
Absolutely.
times they don't even tell you what the right way is until after you get, half your friends and family that
Oh
will,
yeah.
because they always tell you, well, who's the person you would call in the middle of the night if you have a
Yeah.
fire? You call that person over, like no and no and no, and please don't again, please. Not trying to hear you. What? When you call the what? What do you want? No. I
Oh my
just wanted
goodness.
to say, like, can we go hang out? you know?
Yes. Oh my God. You better believe it. My
so,
favorite is, oh no, so and so told me about it and they said they didn't like it, so I'm not gonna do it. I'd be like, huh? So if your friend wanna flip burgers at McDonald's,
you gonna flip burgers too?
you gonna join them? Cause that's how you sound. I'm just saying.
I mean, it was crazy. It was a
Not that there's
crazy
nothing
time.
wrong with working at McDonald's. Because let
No,
me tell you, I done had some family members working at
I
McDonald's.
worked at
McDonald's paying
McDonald's.
$15 an hour.
What? I used to work that drive-through.
I'm
What?
like, let me just tell you.
My sister used to
But
come up
your
there.
passion, what I mean is your passion is your passion.
Right.
Whatever it is that you want to do, are you gonna let somebody tell you, oh, don't look at that movie. That I saw that movie and that movie sucked. Because when people tell me that, I'm going to see the movie. Because I want to know, A, what about the movie sucked? You said it sucked. I'm like, I'm gonna check it out myself. Like,
Mm,
dang, if I waste 2 hours of my time, okay, dang, yeah, that movie sucked. But usually the first 5 minutes, you're gonna know if it sucks. So I'm gonna at least check it out for myself.
right.
See, that's the difference. I always say at least check it out for yourself. You can't go around saying, "Oh, well, somebody told me," and then when that person was wrong, what? Oh, I thought because they told me, and you never did your own research. Don't
Right.
be that person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never be that person that didn't do your own research and then find out later on it was best best thing since sliced bread.
Mhm. Mhm.
And whatever it is, and whatever it is, guys. So now, Daria, we're gonna keep it moving because we already at
Oh
about
yeah.
30 minutes
Oh,
after. I
yeah.
know, I know. We be riding out and we can talk. Y'all know. So, Daria, now this is a question that I figure was a good question because I was like, everybody know Daria was a teacher. Everybody knows she did the teaching. So I was like, I'm gonna go with why she became a teacher, and then I was like, I'm gonna circle back around because if the internet never existed, you never found out about the internet, and you was sick and tired of teaching. You know, what do you think you'd be doing?
That's a good question. Before I started teaching,
Mhm.
I had a fascination with software. So now I'm dating myself. I taught myself WordPerfect. I taught myself Lotus. All right. I told you I was going back. I was just fascinated by it. So I started out with data entry. And I think at some point, I probably would have been, maybe someone's tech person. I don't know, doing whatever they needed on using those
Right.
softwares. So yeah, I
I can see
definitely,
that.
Yeah, I
Yes, I can see
definitely
that.
see myself, like perfecting whatever software my company is using, the company I'm with, perfecting it. I would
Yes.
be that go-to person. Who knows? Maybe I would have been a trainer, you know, for that
Ooh,
company or something, which is
right.
along the lines of teaching. Because when you are good at something and you're the go-to person, then eventually you may be offered a position where you're teaching people. So I might have ended up
Sure.
teaching in a different capacity, but it definitely would have been something along the lines, the goodness, along the lines of some type of software. Yeah,
I
definitely.
believe that. I
Mhm.
believe that because when Daria and I get, anytime we get new software, the first thing we do is we play with it. We want to see what it do, and then I'd be like, "Oh, girl, did you know it did this?" And then she'll hit me up and be like, "Oh, girl, you know it do this?" Like we just be going back and forth, like, "Ooh," we be like Christmas Day, be like, "Yeah." So I could definitely see that about you because
Ye-
you're very techy. You love doing the technical side of things. So
Yes.
yeah, definitely. And I always say you got way more patience than I do, girl. I think I wasted all my patience on the kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, I'm gonna hit you with the ultimate question, Daria. And of course, you should know this is the last question, so you should already know what this question is. The audience should
All
already know
right.
what this question is.
All right.
And I believe it's a good question, and it's a question that we have to ask ourselves as well. So if you was if you were to lose everything today, and you only had your voice, your cell phone, and your laptop, what would you do? How would you start all over again? How'd you start making money? You had 30 days to make some dollars. What would you do?
So what I would do is research what programs are out there that people are looking for when it comes to affiliate, because I think that's like the quickest way to make money. So I would look, because you can go to ClickBank. ClickBank houses a bunch of affiliate programs. Find one that's popular, that people are, that are buying from.
Yeah.
Look into the product, learn it, understand what it's about. I'm not saying that you have to like become this like scientist, but just have a basic understanding of what the product is and what it does, and do videos.
Yes.
I would do
Absolutely.
videos.
And
That
I knew it. I
that
knew
is
it
the
was gonna include that.
quickest way to get yourself out there and to get um people looking at your content, because now you could put videos everywhere, where
Oh
before you
yeah.
could only put them on YouTube. But you
Yeah.
can put them on YouTube, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Reels, um Facebook, Instagram,
Mhm.
LinkedIn. I mean, videos is where it's at. So I would talk about every aspect about the program, starting from why I decided to join it or why I decided to promote it, and then just take it, just keep going. And you only have to do little snippets. So if you're doing a video every day, eventually people are going to start seeing it. People are going to start asking questions like, "Dang, that's her again. She talking
Yeah.
about the program. I'm not interested, but dang, you know what? I see her. All right, let me listen to what she's saying.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't know it did that.
Yeah.
Let me click on this link and join, or let me reach out to her and ask her a few more questions." And
Oh yeah.
that's what happened to me not too long ago, like last week. I did a video a while ago about one of the affiliate programs that I'm promoting,
Yeah.
and this woman, she commented on it. And that's why, if you're doing videos, make sure you look at the comments, because that was one thing I was not doing. So it popped up on my phone. I said, "Oh, she had a question about it." And next thing I know, she joined me. I didn't know she was
Absolutely.
just out of nowhere. And
Out of nowhere.
I said, "Wow,
And
who is this lady?" And then it dawned on me, "Oh, that's the lady I was talking to the other day." She joined me,
yep.
you know,
Just
and
like that. And
mhm,
just like that.
just
Daria's
like
right.
that. She had a question, I answered it. I didn't think nothing of it, went on about my life. you know,
Absolutely.
because there's a gazillion people out there, so there's no one that you should be focused on trying to sign them up into something. You know,
Absolutely.
you give the information, they ask a question, you answer it, boom, moving on.
Boom.
Don't give them all that attention, all that, well, are you ready to get
Nope.
started? Are you ready to join me? I mean, you may want to follow up once or twice, but you don't need to hound anybody. I'm not saying don't follow up. I'm not saying that.
Oh yeah.
But you don't need to hound anybody.
Yeah.
Too many people out there. And you just have to put
Absolutely.
yourself in front of more people. That's all it is. And the right people.
That's right.
And the right
That's
people. But
right.
yes, that's what I would do. I would do
Boom.
videos. I would do, and it's simple. It is so
Yeah.
simple because I've had so much success from videos, people reaching out to me. Oh my God, I just watched your video on such and such and such. You inspired me. I'm like, really? Wow. It wasn't like I just put the video out yesterday. These videos
Yeah.
have been up for years. Videos I don't forgot about.
Oh yeah.
And you just keep doing it. And the more that you do it, the better you become. You oh gosh, you should see my first video that I talked about YouTube. I remember years ago, I mean not YouTube, I talked about Facebook. And that video was so whack because I didn't really know much about Facebook at the time. But that's what I was told to do, and I did it, and I was scared,
Yeah.
and I must have uh shot the video like 19,000 times because it's never right when you shoot a video because maybe your hair is
Absolutely.
standing up, your eyebrow was up, or you licked your lips, or you said a word crazy, you twisted your tongue or something, so it's never right. So you,
Yeah.
you you do it over and over 15,000 times, and then eventually you be like, okay, that's it. So you start at
Boom.
12 noon and you finish like 8 o'clock at night, and it's just one video.
Don't do that. That's what she's saying. Dude, don't do that.
I mean,
One take.
I used to do that. I'm so
Yeah.
glad live video came out because it is what it is. There's no
Yeah.
do-over. It's okay if you cough. It's okay if your husband come in the room and kiss you on the cheek. It's all right if your daughter comes in, mommy, 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 mommy. It's live, you know,
Yeah.
so people get to see your lifestyle.
Oh
And
yeah.
when you're doing those videos, you're trying to make it perfect. You're trying to look perfect. Nobody's perfect. So that's why I can appreciate a live. You know, I mean, I know some people that did live videos and they fell out the chair, the phone popped off the stand. I mean, all kinds of stuff, but it's live.
Oh yeah.
Real.
That's what makes it so entertaining though.
I
Like
know.
this is real life. This is
No.
live. This is reality
And then
TV.
it's so boring when it's all perfect, you know? And that's what
Be
we
like,
try
oh,
to
they
do. We try
scripted
to be
that.
all perfect. So now, if I do record a video, I try to stay away from being perfect. I just make sure
Yeah.
that my message, I'm conveying the message that I want to send. That's the main thing,
Absolutely.
my message. So,
Absolutely.
so you do videos, you can't go wrong with it. And another reason why you do videos because it's the quickest way for someone that you don't know, like, and trust you.
Absolutely.
Your video.
Absolutely.
They see,
Boom.
they see your facial expression, your countenance, everything. Everything.
That's right.
Your character,
That's right.
your voice, they may
Yeah.
fall in love with your voice, they may fall in love with your facial expressions,
Yeah.
just just how genuine you are. They can't see that through a post. They can't see it. That's why videos are so powerful. And that to me, that's the quickest way to
Yes.
start earning some money,
Yes.
doing videos.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes. This has been a phenomenal interview. That's what I'm
Yes.
talking about. Didn't I tell you guys were going to get some nuggets? Didn't I tell you guys this was going to be phenomenal? Didn't I tell you guys that Daria was going to bring it and she brought it? I'm telling you guys, if you receive some value today, go ahead and hit us with some value, right? Go ahead and put value in there. If you guys got some nuggets, go ahead and put nuggets in there, man.
Ooh.
And make sure you guys share this with your team, your colleagues, anybody that you know that can relate, anybody that you know that can benefit from this, right? And as always, invite people to Online Success Made Simple, because this is where we come every Tuesday because we care about the network marketing industry as a whole,
Absolutely.
right? And
Absolutely.
that is why we continuously show up. And that is why we will always show up. Always,
Right.
right?
Oh, thank
What
you
we do.
guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. I see
What
Val
we do.
has a question, so I'm going to answer that for her. And
Okay.
she wanted to know, if you're new to video marketing, how do you get viewers? And the easiest way to do that is you look at the leaders in the industry that you're in, or if it's a specific product that you're promoting, look and see what other people are saying. You can also look at the hashtags they're using. That's what I do. I look right at the hashtags, especially the ones that's the first video, the second video.
Yeah.
I look at the hashtags that they're using. You have the ability to copy them, right?
Absolutely.
You can also look at what it is that they're saying. Make sure that your title and your hashtags, there's or keywords, they call them keywords. Make sure that you're using the same keywords, and you're using those, and you're tagging those in your video. You're tagging them in your description. So I like to look at what the leaders are doing. If they're the first on the first page of YouTube for that particular product, there's a reason why. So look at their titles, look at their description, and then you do your
Absolutely.
variation of it. And that's how you're going to start getting more views. You're going to get more views because you're going to be using the right keywords. You're going to be talking about a relevant topic, a topic that's relevant to that product. And then you're going to do more of them. You're going to keep doing them over and over and over. And then you're going to learn the nuances of YouTube, because the more you do something, the more you learn, and you start discovering things, and you're like, oh wow, I didn't know I could do this. Like, Takesha said, you
Yeah.
know, like one thing that I just started doing with YouTube is putting those in cards. So, I don't know if you noticed that when you watch a video and then it come at the end, it has another video telling you what's coming next that's relative to what you just saw. And because I have a lot of videos, I can pick a video to show at the end of my video, to have the person to stay on my YouTube channel longer, and it's
Mhm.
relative to what they just saw.
Yeah.
It's relevant, you know. So the more you do it, the more comfortable you'll become, the more you'll learn about what it is you should be talking about, because it's all the same. It's nothing new. It's nothing
That's
new.
right.
What you do in one opportunity, you take that same blueprint and apply it to another. And then
Absolutely.
you have 10 to 20 videos in one opportunity, then you do the same thing for the second. That's what everybody else does. They have a launch, they launch it the same way, and they follow the same system.
Same system.
Same system that gave them success
Same
in the
blueprint.
first company, they bring it over to the second one.
Yeah.
And that's it. And if you're not sure what that is, look and see what the leaders are doing, the people that are successful.
Absolutely.
Boom.
Or of course we've done some training on it. So we do
Yeah.
have previous videos on that. Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
So
who's
let's
that?
see.
Who's that? You're welcome, Valerie.
Oh, that's okay. You can always watch it again. We're
Right.
gonna go ahead and end this one though, and
Yes.
we'll definitely see you guys next Tuesday for another live at 5. Oh my God, guys, this is crazy. This year is almost over, and
No.
I hope you guys enjoyed this interview as much as Daria and I did, because I definitely enjoyed being able
It
to
was
interview.
fun. Thank you so much.
Yes, my business partner. Boo, boo, boo. Definitely wanted to have her out there. And, we all deserve a spotlight. And today was her chance. her turn to be in the spotlight.
Oh,
So yes, yes, yes. We will see you guys on next Tuesday. And let's see. Thank you so much. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And we hope that we will see you next Tuesday. All right. Bye,
same
guys.
time, same back
Bye.
channels with an S.
Bye. Yes.
Bye, everybody. All right, everybody, take care.